Hello, my name is Ian Satchwell and I'm Director of the International Mining for Development Centre in Australia, or for short, IM4DC. It's a pleasure to be talking to the Netherlands, home of my second favourite football team. IM4DC is a joint venture between the University of Western Australia and the University of Queensland, two global top 100 universities located in two of the world's major minerals and energy regions. IM4DC works with developing countries in Africa, Asia, the Pacific and Latin America to help them develop and implement rigorous systems of mining governance. This includes policies, regulations, approvals and interactions with communities, interactions with the environment and interactions with other industries such as agriculture. Our objective is to have resource-rich developing countries utilise their minerals and energy endowments sustainably so they can grow their economies and enable their people to rise out of poverty. Developing countries contain about half of the world's minerals and energy resources, and the world needs these to continue to grow and develop. The big question then is how to extract and process these resources to deliver the products that the world needs in a way that brings about inclusive economic and social development to the owners of the resources, the people of these nations. There are major challenges to be overcome as well as massive benefits to be achieved if we collaborate with each other and build sustainable resource-based economies in the developing world. Water, its management and the impact of mining on water are major issues for all of our partner countries as they are in Australia. Australia is the driest inhabited continent on Earth, and in several regions the climate is getting drier. Three of the largest sectors of the Australian economy, mining, energy and agriculture, are water intensive, and no water means no business for any of these sectors. Agriculture uses 65% of Australia's water resources, so any increase in Australian agricultural production is constrained by water availability. If we're going to increase agricultural production, we can't use more water. The Australian mining sector uses 4% of national water resources, but it can be a very significant water user at local and regional levels, and its water use is rising fast as mine production increases. Other industry sectors such as manufacturing, electricity production and gas production use about 16% of Australia's water. And fast-growing coal seam gas production will increase water usage in some agricultural regions. Also in Australia, we like our freestanding houses and we often have large water-intensive gardens. The bottom line is that we Australians use a lot of water in a dry region of the world, and we do run into conflict over water use. In some regions, water resources are fully or even over-allocated. There is no more water available, which means that we have to be smart about how we increase agriculture and industrial production. The world has an interest in how Australia manages its water. Three of the biggest global issues, food security, mineral security and energy security, are connected to water security. And Australia is a massive exporter of mineral, energy and agriculture products. So we owe it to the world to use water wisely and to continue to produce the grains, meat, iron ore, coal, gas and uranium that the world needs. We know that we need to use water more efficiently and to allocate it to highest value users while maintaining access to water for our people and for the environment. We are also keenly aware of the need to manage our activities to avoid polluting water. We need to manage our wastewater well so as not to harm the environment or people, and also so that the water may be reused for other purposes. Unfortunately, past poor management of water has left us with a legacy of undesirable outcomes. But we have learned a lot. We have applied lessons, we have innovated, and we have developed technologies, and we are well on the way to achieving sustainable water management across all of our sectors. Australia is keen to share its experiences, both good and bad, and the lessons we have learned with our other partner countries. Australia has become technically and institutionally very innovative in the way in which it utilises water. The National Water Initiative is Australia's roadmap for managing water. The initiative has improved water planning, management and allocation arrangements to benefit all users, including mining and energy operations. We've also developed many new technologies and techniques, including with our partners, which includes Holland, and many Dutch firms, as you know, are active in Australia. But we still have much to learn. And just when we think we're going well, along comes a new issue where decision-making and activity is getting ahead of knowledge and policy. Currently, the rapid development of unconventional gas and its impact on water is a big new issue. The mining industry generates very high value add from the water it uses. Water is used by the minerals industry in most parts of its operations, including transport of ore and waste, separation of minerals, cooling systems around power generation, suppression of dust, washing of equipment, and dewatering of mines. The mining industry also supplies drinking quality water to support towns that have developed in many remote areas to house mining and services staff. Mining utilises a wide variety of water sources, including surface and groundwater, saline groundwater, seawater, and treated effluent. The mining industry uses innovative and sophisticated technologies in management systems, recovery, recycling, and beneficial use and reuse of waters. The industry has also been at the forefront of adopting a risk management approach to ensure that climate variability is factored into water management planning. But the industry still has a long way to go to fully understand water and its critical value to all parts of its business. Meantime, the community and other industries like agriculture have misapprehensions about the impact of mining on water. The Cooperative Industry Government Framework introduced a few years ago, called Strategic Water Management in the Minerals Industry, promotes a holistic and long-term approach to water management for mining and processing sites so that water can be more efficiently managed and valued as a vital business, community and environmental asset. The Australian mining industry is now much more than mining in Australia. Australian mining is global. More than 200 Australian exploration and mining companies operate in Africa alone. And in Europe, 53 Australian exploration and mining companies are present. The value of resources discovered by Australian mining companies globally during the past 5 years far exceeds the value of resources discovered in Australia. Australian mining is also very diverse. It includes a vigorous mining equipment, technology and services, or METS sector, that in 2012 generated about 90 billion Australian dollars of revenue, about a third of which were from exports. And 21% of Australian METS firms have operations in African countries. Australia has a very open economy. We welcome investment and we are collaborative in culture. We advocate adoption of open trade and investment regimes to our developing country partners. Many Dutch firms operate in Australia and also use Australia as a regional hub to service other markets. Australian mining companies already use Dutch technologies. In mining and water, the skills and technologies of Dutch and Australian companies are highly complementary. Australian mining companies are very good at exploration and discovery, mine development and operation, good at sustainability and corporate social responsibility, and good at working in frontier environments. Australian METS companies have many joint ventures in markets in which they operate, and they utilise technologies from around the world, including from the Netherlands. I believe that there are great opportunities to be realised from the Netherlands and Australia collaborating in equipment, technologies and services connected to water and mining. Together, we can take Dutch and Australian experience and technologies to help developing countries to make the most of their natural resources. I look forward to hearing about the outcomes of your discussions today.